Next few minutes. President John Mahama calls for peace in Boko as Ghana and the rest of the world celebrate Eid. Will be live at some prayer centers. We'll also bring you a story on the rise of the usage of red among Ghanaian youth across the country. And later we'll be live in Nima for an update of the fire incident that has claimed a life so far. Very much for joining us this afternoon. Now, President John Mahama has asked residents of Boko in the Upper East region to give peace a chance in the moment of Eid celebrations. Speaking at the national Eid prayers being celebrated here in Accra, the president reaffirmed his commitment to the Muslim community and the need for peace.
Globally, studies.
And on this day, I want to take the opportunity once again to call on our brothers and sisters in Boko to give peace a chance. On this holy occasion, where we celebrate the feast of Eid al-Fitr after the holy month of Ramadan, my brothers and sisters in Boko, let us give peace a chance. To our young people, I say Ghana's future is in your hands. In this era of digital transformation, of economic challenges and global competition, our youth must equip themselves with the knowledge, skills, and discipline necessary to be able to thrive. Our youth are the ones who will shape the country's destiny. Allow your faith to guide you, but also let your education and hard work serve as the tools that empower you to build a brighter future. So it is important to be a faithful Muslim, but it's also important to be an educated Muslim. As leaders, we will do our part to create an enabling environment that gives young people the opportunities that they deserve. And it is my wish that our youth in the Muslim communities will take advantage of these opportunities. I urge our youth to rise above the challenges and remain committed to personal and national development. Ghana needs you now more than ever before. As we celebrate the culmination of a month of devotion with 2 days of Muslim holidays, as I promised, I reaffirm my commitment to the social contract I have made with you, the Muslim community, and the people of Ghana. I must address a deeply troubling issue: the illegal construction of buildings in waterways, causing flooding and extensive destruction of property. As we know, the rains are about to start, and already we can see flooding because people have built and blocked the rivers, and so the rivers have nowhere to go but to back up. This reckless disregard for planning regulations and environmental safety is a major contributor to the devastating floods that continue to plague our communities. I'm aware of instances where private businesses, colluding with some chiefs, are turning water retention areas, Ramsaya sites, into illegal construction of buildings in waterways, causing flooding and extensive destruction of property. As we know, the rains are about to start, and already we can see flooding because people have built and blocked the rivers, and so the rivers have nowhere to go but to back up.
And you heard the President John Mahama also asking state institutions to demolish structures that are in waterways to prevent flooding as the rains set in. We'll be going to the Black Star Square shortly, where a reporter is monitoring events there for us. But ahead of that, Muslims worldwide are marking the Eid celebration. And here in Ghana, the event is equally being marked across the various regions. Let's take you to the Volta region, where the Muslim community there is observing Eid prayers this morning to mark the end of a month-long fasting for the month of Ramadan. And from the Nuria Park in Ho, we'll be speaking to our correspondent very shortly, Faisal Abdu Idrisu. He's actually joining us now. Hello, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay, that's Ibrahim Abubakar from the Ashanti region. Ibrahim, what can you tell us from there?
Well, it's been a joyous moment for the Muslim communities, especially in the Ashanti region. We do know that yesterday some people observed their Eid, but majority are observing theirs tomorrow. But basically, after the Eid prayer, so I would say in most of the mosques, one issue has been dominating, and it has to do with the increasing youth drug abuse in the Ashanti region and also other parts of the country. So today, most of the Muslim clerics, some Muslim leaders use that opportunity to advise the youth to abstain from drug abuse. We do know of the existence of opioid, unimred, and other drugs. And for the Muslim youth to be able to abstain from these drugs for the past 30 days, it means they can abstain from it going forward. And basically, that has been the center of the message about the youth to abstain from the drugs so that they will be able to protect their future and also make sure that they come out as responsible leaders in the society.
Briefly, before you go, what can you tell us about the celebration in the communities? I'm sure you are celebrating yourself, Abubakar.
Exactly. Like I said, a very, very joyous moment as I speak to you. I've been moving from one base to the other. And I can tell you that today, if you move to any other Zongo community, food is there in abundance. And basically because we are encouraged to also serve our neighbors and make sure that the less privileged is not left out of this celebration. So it's possible you just be walking across any Zongo community and you see people distributing food. So it's excitement and people are just happy and thankful to God that they've been able to successfully see these 30 days. And for that matter, they are also praying to the government to make sure that he delivers and ensure that Ghana gets to where it deserves to.
Indeed, thank you very much, Ibrahim Abubakar, reporting live from the Ashanti region. Let's join Faisal Abdul Idrisu. He is our correspondent in the Volta region. He's joining us live from the Nuria Park in Ho. Faisal, what can you report from where you are?
Well, Beatrice, it's a day of reflection, a day of reinforcing the commitment of the Muslims to the Almighty Allah. It's a day of almsgiving. It's a day of ensuring that we keep a stronger bond and relationship with our neighbors, both Muslim and non-Muslims. And exactly what the regional chief imam has been preaching and the Eid prayers here in Ho at the Nuria Park. At the Nuria Park earlier today, the Volta regional chief imam also asked for blessings and patience on the part of Ghanaians for the John Mahama administration, which he says is on course to resetting the country, and that the people of Ghana, the Muslim community, both Volta and across the nation, must remain patient and offer their support to government to be able to deliver on its mandate. He's also been talking about the recent surge in drug abuse, particularly among young people of the country. He's been urging the Muslim youth, Ghanaian youth, to shy away from drug addiction, which he indicates remains a societal problem, and if we do not fight it now, may end up some way, somehow destroying their lives. And so this is largely the sentiment of the Volta Regional Chief Imam Alhaji Alpha Anas Hamidu. And to crown it all is the fact that the Muslim community largely here in the Volta region believes this is the time to start afresh. And after Ramadan, all the social vices they have shown away from in the last 30 days, they are promising that they want to live a life of a clean and just Muslim to ensure that the blessings that come with the month of Ramadan is bestowed upon them by the Almighty Allah.
Thank you very much, Faisal Abdul Idrisu. Let's go now to the Independence Square, the Black Star Square, where Safwa Bwahine is there. Safwa, what can you tell us from what you've observed so far?
Right, Beatrice, thank you, and a very good afternoon to all your viewers. But today has not been just a very simple and a short event, but also one that held a lot of religious significance to the Muslim community. Today, we had the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, gracing the occasion. We had the National Chief Imam himself, coming together with the spokesperson for the Chief Imam, who we interviewed, and he actually made certain profound statements talking about the totality of the whole celebration in thanking the Lord for taking the Muslims through the 30-day fast, and also to express their gratitude that they have been able to successfully go through the fast, as well as also reflect on some of the lessons they went through the 30 days, and also mentioned about the youth who celebrate this occasion with reckless driving and riding of motor vehicles across towns and countries, that is not the true reflection of the Muslim community. And so he actually strictly spoke against that they do not condone such behaviors. But as well, the president made mention and sent solidarity messages to the Boko people, and also spoke about the floods in certain areas. He also talked about, I would say he actually dedicated 100,000 Ghana cedis to support the whole program that they did at the Independence Square. And we had quite a number of ministers, I think about two. We had the Minister of Local and Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs in the person of Ahmed Ibrahim gracing the occasion. We also had Rashid Pelpo, the Minister for Labor and Employment, also joining as well, together with other members of the diplomatic corps and also the GA traditional chiefs and some others who also graced the event. So that was what happened this year.
Thank you so much, Safwa Bwahine. We stay on this Eid celebration, and one person has been confirmed dead and another injured in a fire which razed a 7-room family house on the eve of the Eid celebrations in a community near Nima in Accra. Lord Edwasari is in the community. He joins us live now. Lord, do we have any details on the deceased and the injured persons?
Right, Beatrice. So we understand that, from the accounts from the residents and eyewitness, they tell me that the gentleman who passed yesterday was helping douse the fire. He's not even a member of the house. They told me that he was someone who was passing by, and then he saw the fire and decided to help out. But in the heat of things, he was electrocuted. On his way, as they dashed him to the hospital, he died on his way and did not even get to the hospital. When they got to the hospital, he was pronounced as dead. And so they told me that he was buried earlier this morning. The other individual who got injured, he was trying to take out some of the items from his bedroom and then got some cuts, very deep cuts in the hand and then the wrist as well, Beatrice. It's very sad things here, because what should have been a celebration here in their house, because they were basically preparing for the Eid celebration, but less than 24 hours on the morning of it, they are rather counting their losses. It's a 7-bedroom house, and some of the residents came from their various homes, because the family house, that's where they all converge, and then they, chit-chat and then catch up whenever there's an event such as this. But this time around, they've rather been left gnashing their teeth because of the losses that they have incurred, Beatrice.
Quite an unfortunate incident there. But Lord, we're also learning that another person has died from this. Are you able to confirm that for us?
I just have information for one person who died. From what they tell me, they indicate that it was just that individual who was helping them douse the fire who died. I do not have any confirmation for another person. They had just one person injured and then another person who has passed on.
Thank you so much, Lord Edwasare. He's our court affairs correspondent currently monitoring this situation in Nima, the fire that has claimed one life. Now, Deputy Greater Accra Regional Commander for NACOC, Rees Hakeem Ojo, says efforts are underway to educate students about the dangers of substance abuse with a focus on public schools. However, private schools pose a challenge due to strict academic schedules. He spoke on big issues earlier following conversations on the use of what is popularly called red.
Globally, studies will tell you that between the ages of 15 to 60 years, people are already using these substances. Drug abuse is no respecter of status. We have people, white-collar job workers, blue-collar job workers, laborers. It cuts across. Nobody wants to be addicted to a substance, but drug abuse or the progression is like a slippery slope. So you go in there and before you realize you're already in it. We are currently sensitizing schools in Ghana West. So we are going to all basic schools in Ghana West, from Kotoku, Media, Mayera, even Wednesday we are going back. We do private, but now we are doing for the public. Because the private, sometimes, that's one of the challenges. They will tell you they run a strict academic calendar. So giving you slot is a bit difficult, but there are some of them that through NAPS and NACOC, we are able to, Ghana National Association of Private School, NAPS, we are able to do some of these. I know there's a private man running his or her business. It's up to him to give you Ghana Education Service will give you the letter. You take to the mistress or the principal, then the person tells you, you will hear from me. You give them the calls, you follow up. Yes, we'll get back to you. We have a tight academic calendar. But for the public schools, we are able, through the SHEP coordinators and the school counselors, we are able to get easy access. So for now, in Ghana West, we are doing schools there. And just last quarter of last year, we are to Kankwe, that's the Achimota area, Kankwe North, Achimota area. We sensitized all the schools, both private, public, secondary, and junior high school. And when it comes to the agencies you mentioned, if you look at our board, all these agencies.
And you had the Deputy Greater Accra Regional Commander for NACOC, Rees Hakeem Ojo. Now, public libraries in Ghana are noted as places of learning and book lending. And in an era where Ghana's oral history is gradually disappearing, these sanctuaries hold the key to preserving its rich historical and cultural heritage. Let's bring you more in today's report on Ghana Month.
Public libraries serve as guardians of the past and bridges to the future. They preserve the heart and soul of the country and its people by keeping historical records that may be in extinction. The George Padmore Research Library and the Accra Central Libraries are examples of these sanctuaries where significant historical documents live.
If you come to the George Padmore Library on African Affairs, for example, we have books on how Greater Accra started, the settlement of Accra, the first building in Osu is available. We have how Labadi also started. All the great communities in Accra, how they started, we have books on them. We also have books on all the history activities of the country, the independence of Ghana, even before the independence of Ghana. We have books as far back as 1600s, 1800s. We also have all the newspapers, the daily newspapers of the country, ranging back as far back as 1950.
Unfortunately, only academic researchers visit these public libraries.
If you go to the Ghana Library app, we have majority of this information also available to them online, that they can easily go and have access to them. And also all our branch libraries across the country, even the Accra Central Library, the children's libraries in the country, they are also for free. And we have been organizing activities in the libraries, like the reading clubs. We also have online courses made available to.
Full report will air in our subsequent bulletins. Log on to 3news.com for more news. My name is Beatrice Adu. Good afternoon.